Orion.
You've got meta dev. Too bad. I'm a Minotaur and I've got an axe. You better be spooked.
Let's see if that armor can hold up against the axe of Teros.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Alright, opens up with a disco to prove a point, and Jaximus finds the first weapon holding onto the spear.
Oob manages to get that unarmed combo off.
Tries to land.
But he is getting pushed towards that mine.
Jaximus just walling him off with side airs, trying to get him into that mine for that bonus
But
damage.
Jax drops his weapon and Oob ends up finding an axe.
Yeah, tries to use that downlight to be able to cover Jaximus' landing, but he ground pounds past it. Finds a side light, but doesn't get the neutral air follow-up.
Jax was putting pressure on with that down air.
And then using that lance toss to be able to continue his unarmed combo. Has the lance, uses a side air, barely dodges out of the way of it, and hits him with the down sig.
Oob holding center stage, trying to get that pressure back.
Yeah.
Avoiding the mine, throwing his weapon, getting Jaximus off his game.
He finds himself in the deep red right now, but if Jaximus continues to stay below that center stage platform, he might be able to find himself being able to use some down airs to quickly end the stock. But an unarmed combo unarms Oob, and a recovery kills him off the top. Jaximus takes the lead.
Caught in that spot dodge.
Yeah.
Caught in that spot dodge.
Oob expecting the attack much earlier, I presume, and doing quite well to fight against Jaximus. Goes in for the
Jaximus
down
hitting him
air.
off those neutral airs. Great weapon throws from Jaximus here.
Yeah, something that I'd like to see more from Oob. Goes for a charge neutral sig to punish Jaximus' landing, but Jaximus has nothing to do with it. Uses that spear toss into side sig.
In the side sig! The side sig. Beautiful.
Oob lands with a down
Still
air.
trying to close out that stock on Jaximus. He ends up throwing the bomb, hitting both players, but Jaximus survives, holding on to his stock still.
Any other damage that Jaximus gets here is just going to be a lovely bonus for him, and he has the lead 3-1.
Finds the side air, goes for the poke, ends up being that side light into the side air, and he goes flying off the map.
Yeah,
First
Oob doing a
stock
great job reading the fact that Jaximus was trying to get away from him and hits him with a retreating side air. Holds onto the hammer right now. I feel like
Looks
we're
for
going to
that
need to see...
gets punished with the unarmed, throws his hammer away. Jaximus keeping out that spear.
I feel like we're going to want to have to see like more weapon tosses from Oob because he's just having so much difficulty getting any kind of string in with his Teros. Jaximus is just boxing him out with side lights and side airs. There's
The way
neutral air.
Jaximus is playing against Oob right now, I think we might want to see a legend swap.
Almost. Spike ball standing in the center being completely ignored. Oob trying to get some kind of hit with a hammer. I honestly don't think I've seen a single hammer string from Oob this entire game. Jaximus goes for the down signature and goes for the charge neutral sig from Oob, but it doesn't connect. Both players just whiffing sigs, but there is the side
Finds
air.
the side air, goes for that lance recovery, picks up the bomb, lobs it, tries to catch, decides it's a bad idea, doesn't want to risk taking that damage, and backs off.
Jaximus hits him with the unarmed, racks up the damage. Oob in the red, but they
Throws his
sidelight.
bomb up and gets slammed into it by Oob's sideline.
Ooh, and the
Goes
gravy
for the gravy
cancel
cancel
side sig.
side sig and throws his weapon. Jax follows up with a down air from the lance. And another down air.
Oh,
Goes for the
gosh.
GP. Oob slips out, throws the crocky,
And
and
goes for
gets
the
back
haymaker.
onto the ledge.
These
Jax
crockies.
whiffing the down sig, gets ground pounded. Are we going to see another one from Oob?
No, we do not. He goes for the down air instead of the ground pound, and Jaximus finds his way
Discoed
back on
into the
stage.
Valkyrie.
Both players going for signatures right now. Oob's gravy canceling. Jaximus just doing regular ones, but they're both in the red, and Jaximus, well, he's got a solid stock lead. The weapon toss, however, will this be the end of the stock? No, Oob decides to go back onto the stage and find another weapon of his own. A sidelight sending Oob flying off the side of the stage. He has the spike
Takes that
ball.
ball, charges it up, tries to do something fancy, doesn't connect.
Both players are just fighting
Goes
right
for
now
the
to end the
D6.
stock.
And he gets the kill with the recovery off the top of the map with 2 stocks.
Oob doing an excellent job of being able to find some momentum later on in the match, but I'm not quite sure whether or not it is he wants to be able to stick with Teros. He was having difficulty landing anything on Jaximus' spear play with his Orion. Oob making a
Oob going
legend
for
switch.
Sentinel.
Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Hovering Sentinel. It's definitely a decision. I think he wants to go back to Thunder Guard. Now we're
Both
going to be
players
seeing...
agreeing on Thunder.
We're going to be seeing more hammer play, but this time with the guitars instead of the axe.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Game 2, winner's quarters.
Well,
Jaximus
Jaximus continue to make use of that weapon throw, and he does.
tossing to the side, trying to cover Oob's landing, but Oob gets in with a side light into neutral light. Doesn't get the neutral air recovery or follow-up, however. Jaximus tosses up in the side, but barely picks it up before he despawns. He's just throwing this lance everywhere, trying to keep Oob out as much as he can.
Oh, God. And the unarmed combo from Jaximus finds the spear, looks for that downlight, doesn't find it, but he pokes Oob right in the head.
Jaximus holding onto the lance, goes for the ground pound, and finds the side air into the side of the stage, racking up the damage on Oob. Oob finds himself in the red, but he finds a downer. He's got Jax below him, and that might be exactly where he wants him to be able to follow up with some Qatar strings. Toss the
dropping the
Qatars.
Qatars, hitting him with the unarmed, but eating the ground pound, and that's it for the first stock.
Yeah.
Jaximus taking the lead.
Oob was finally deciding to try to throw the Qatars into Jaximus to be able to get some unarmed follow-up, but it wasn't enough not to stop him from losing his own stock. Has the hammer now, however, throwing out side airs, trying to get whatever he can to Jaximus, but Jaximus won't let it happen.
Jaximus keeping with those D lights, keeping with those N lights, drops the spear, hits him with the unarmed. Goes for the side air, Oops, but dodges through and follows up with the hammer side light. Jaximus finding a downlight in the side air combo and punishing with another side air, but Oob with the side signature, evening it up 2-2. But he's at a hard yellow.
He's at a hard yellow, but he is Sentinel, and he's starting to get an idea of what kind of momentum he wants with the hammer and his weapon tosses. Let's see if Jaximus is going to be able to continue mixing up and keep a lead. There's the unarmed.
Jaximus with that neutral air.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Oob throw his
He finds the down sig. Excellent read from Jaximus.
Oob just finding himself disarmed right now.
GP.
Has the Valkyrie, but instead throws it into his face. Goes for a down air follow-up, but instead gets ground pound.
Another GP. Goes for the N sig. Ends up changing it up, going for that D sig. Throws the spear. Lance. Picks up another one. Finds a dare. Throws the lance. Is he going to use the horn?
Oh, instead he tosses the horn aside. Oob gets a ground pound onto Jaximus and finds himself back on center stage, but he's in the deep red. He's in a dangerous position, and he needs to start finding damage on the Jaximus. Uses
Pops
the spike
the
ball.
mine with the crocky.
But Jax just ends up, dodging below the stage so he doesn't have to get hit. Oob, however, covering his air dodges with a side air, and he's racking up the damage. Jaximus is in the deep orange. If he can continue to get some hits with the hammer, he might find himself being able to take a lead.
Gets that side light, he gets that scoop. Is he gonna follow up? Goes for the side sig, but it doesn't connect. But neither does Jaximus' side sig.
Oh, but the ground pound launching him below the side of the stage, and Jaximus picks up his lance and makes sure he denies all the weapon, tossing the spear up, but gets hit by Oob's recovery. Oob, the charged spike ball doesn't connect. Jaximus is holding onto his stock. If Oob doesn't end this now, he might find himself in a dangerous position. Uses the spike ball to get rid of his dodge, but Jaximus has the peace of mind to throw his weapon and follow up with a down air. Jaximus is taking the lead very hard.
Lighting him up with side airs and neutral airs from that spear, taking Oob to an orange.
Uses that
Hits
burn.
him with the down air, down light, but ends up getting knocked off the map.
Yeah, that side air launching him off, but Oob is now in a more damaging position than he was on the previous stock. What will he be able to do? That definitely shouldn't be it. You don't want to be getting hit by spear ground pounds. And there's another one.
And there's
launching off the
there
side.
is, in fact, another one.
Oob holding on to the Qatars right now. Finds the mine. Will he go for a trade? No, he doesn't. Jaximus goes for a charge neutral sig, but it doesn't connect, and Oob gets some damage on. Any damage Oob can find right now is crucial.
Pops the mine, goes for the DC, just for some coverage, I think, keeping Oob away from him.
Oob goes for the unarmed neutral air. Doesn't connect. Gets
Goes
punched
for
by
the N-sig
Jaximus.
for the meme kill, doesn't find it.
Oh. That's the first N-sig I think we've seen from Jaximus as Orion this entire time.
Right,
Oob,
it is.
Oob
It is,
somehow
in fact,
getting
the
past...
very first N-sig.
He was trying to get past that Valkyrie and managed to do it, and
Goes and hit. What?
I'm really confused.
The
I feel
down sig taking it 1-1.
I feel like I should be hyped, but wow,
I'm really excited.
that-
I feel
that-
like Oob just needed to not play Teros.
I mean, that kill just came out of nowhere. I still felt like
Right.
Jaximus had control of the match, but Oob manages to take it with his hammer, and we move on to Game 3. They want to go back to Thunderguard. I think both players absolutely enjoy Thunderguard. Oob decided to stick with Sentinel and Jaximus and Orion. Maybe we're going to see Jaximus mix it up a little bit. We weren't seeing very signature-heavy play from Jaximus at all. And I
don't think you want to use those signatures because they do have a lot of windows for Oob to get in and punish, and Oob is so good with his unarmed combat. You don't want to let him have that window.
That is definitely true. Oob finds the first weapons, has the guitars in hand. Jaximus finds his lance. We'll sure be seeing him throwing that into Oob throughout this match. Goes for the first toss, but Oob does some unarmed combat of his own, tossing the guitars into
Using
him.
those Katars and putting the damage onto Jax.
Yeah, he's acting as if the guitars themselves are like a lance. Oob takes the mine but tosses off the side. He likes the lead that he has, and he doesn't want to go for any more mine trades. Jaximus denying Oob of all weapons that he can, but he fails to pick up the spear, tosses the mine into the air, and catches it again, sending Oob to recover high.
Use that in air, trying to make sure that the air is covered.
Ooh, jumps into him with a neutral light. But Jaximus finds a lance string of his own, goes for recovery to read the air dodge, but it doesn't work out, and Oob hits up with the spike ball, sending him below the stage.
Jaximus going for that GP. Not connecting. Both players looking to find some damage. He finally connects with that ground pound and gets some unarmed off on the Oob. But Oob's got some unarmed game of his own.
Yeah, very unsafe sidelight from Jaximus there. Wasn't quite sure what he was going for. Probably
Picks up the guitars. Throws him. Hits him with the side there.
Ooh, and Jaximus nearly Z's, recovering to the bottom of the stage, trying to regain his bearings there, gets back onto the stage, and Oob tries to punish him with the neutral sig. Doesn't connect, but Jaximus is running out of jumps and is staying above Oob. That's the stop.
Finds the side air, takes the first stock.
An incredibly risky side signature from Jaximus, allowing Oob to take the lead and hit him with the side air while still being in the orange.
Oob working that unarmed that he's so well known for.
Jaximus holding onto a mine, decides to toss it off, doesn't want to go for the trade, and goes for the horn, calling in the Valkyrie, and picking up the weapon? No, lets it fall below the stage. Oob still has weapon advantage.
Holding on to that Crocky, trying to get the charge, doesn't play out for him. Oob just tossing that hammer left and right. Jax doing some good coverage with those nairs, but Oob is finding his way in.
Jaximus holding onto the lance. Oob no weapons, but it feels like he still has the pressure advantage. Finds the hammer, waiting for Jaximus to toss the lance aside. Goes for the recovery
Dodges,
combo.
just avoiding those recoveries and punishing with the side sig.
Ooh, the side sig racking up a lot of damage.
Throws the hammer, gets the unarmed out, charges the sig,
Ooh.
doesn't connect, but that's okay because he follows up with a side air. He's got the bomb coverage. Jaximus picks up the bomb and throws it at Oob, takes the stock.
Oob goes for the slide charge disco. Not only does he flub it, but the bomb that he tossed to cover Jax's recovery, Jax catches and throws into Oob, taking the stock, making it back to 2-2. But he's taking a considerable amount of damage. Goes to the gravy cancel side sig, doesn't connect, and Jaximus is racking up a ton of damage. Oob goes to the ground pound.
Finding that recovery.
Has the spike ball in hand.
Hold
and
on
a
that
punishment.
spike ball he hits. Is that enough to take Jax out?
Possibly.
It isn't, but he's got some coverage.
Oh, but Oob decides
Jax
to let him back
finds his way
onto the
back
stage.
on stage.
I
Looks
feel
for
like
the recovery. No dice. Goes for the gravy cancel side sig. Doesn't catch. Gets hit by the unarmed from Jax.
yeah, Jax using that D-light to interrupt Oob's recovery options. I feel like Oob really could have confirmed that stock, but instead he decided to go back for a weapon and lets Jaximus have a chance to even it up. But there's
Gets
the
the
scoop.
scoop. Gets the scoop. Takes the stock.
Sends him off the top, and Oob finds himself in a pretty favorable position once again, only in the orange. Jax, however, finds a neutral air, tries to go for a recovery follow-up, and finds the ground pound. He's doing a decent amount of damage to Oob. Oob needs to find a weapon.
Looks for that recovery. Gets spot dodged by Jax. Oob in danger of losing his stock.
Yeah, but the
Jax
weapon
goes
toss.
for that D-sig. Gets punished.
Jaximus seems to be going for a lot of signature moves while Oob is above him, and they don't tend to work out. Oob's always ready to punish them and rack up the damage.
Ooh, excellent read with that neutral sig.
Yeah, just waiting for Oob to walk past him. I suppose he thought he was going to be safe, but Jaximus just turns around, uses the neutral sig to read an air dodge, and kills Oob off the top. The match is much more even than it has been this entire game. Jaximus with the spear tries to do a combo with a throw, but instead gets interrupted by Oob's own unarmed combo.
Lobs the mine. Doesn't catch.
Jaximus holding onto the lance, goes for that down light, doesn't burn him. Oob, unarmed right now, but chasing Jaximus around the stage, looking for a weapon. Jaximus is not even bothering to deny them. There's the lance. Is he going to toss it aside again? No. Oob finds the guitars and tosses it into Jaximus' face. As the mine, and it connects. Jaximus is in a deep orange.
Oob holding the stage, looking to get that neutral sig. Doesn't find it, but he does get the unarmed out.
Holding
He
on
finds
to
the hammer. This is his chance to close. He gets the stomp, but he misses the side air. He gets the scoop. How is he going to follow this up? Goes for the D-sig. No connection there. And he finds another scoop. And Oob takes the set.